General Hospital spoilers for the week of April 21 to 25 reveal that Carly Spencer will make a vow to Sonny Corinthos, while Josslyn Jax plots a sneaky move. Jen Sidwell will also make a new hire, so here's what viewers can look forward to. After Sonny opens up to Carly, she'll likely have a chance to react to his heart issues and upcoming surgery. Carly may promise to step up in any way she can, since we know she'll be a big source of support for Sonny in the coming episodes. However, Carly will have some issues of her own to deal with, since she'll continue to fret over all the latest drama with Willow Corinthos and Drew Kane. Jack Brennan recently insisted that Drew would go too far and make a mistake while trying to play the hero. The legal guardian papers that Drew convinced Willow to sign could backfire on him in the end, at least if Brennan's prediction proves right. Regardless, Drew will keep plotting and could set up his own downfall with his smug attitude. It's clear that Drew thinks he can get away with whatever he wants, but his shady behavior may lead to disastrous news sooner or later. In the meantime, Jordan Ashford seems poised to become Sidwell's new hire. It looks like Jordan will accept Sidwell's job offer after moving forward with her charade and getting Laura Collins to fire her as part of their plan. Over with Josslyn, she'll probably have to play dirty if she wants to steal Emma Scorpio Drake's spot as Professor Henry Dalton's new favorite. Josslyn has to score the research assistant position as part of her WSB mission, but Emma surely won't appreciate it if Joss swoops in and gets Professor Dalton's attention. Professor Dalton seems like a creep, so Josslyn could end up in a complicated situation if he's interested in more than just her research abilities. Despite Trina Robinson's worries about Kai Taylor's upcoming procedure, it seems she'll put her concerns aside long enough to heat up their romance. Kai and Trina are going to let passion erupt before the month winds down, so these two should sizzle in the bedroom in the not-too-distant future. GH fans know Alexis Davis has made her decision when it comes to protecting Christina Corinthos Davis. But will Christina eventually find out her mom's making payments due to Ava Jerome's blackmail? Although Alexis is determined to cover up Christina's car sabotage, she may regret that choice if Christina goes off the rails again. Rick Lansing has been concerned about Christina making another attempt on Eva's life, so that's something to keep in mind. As for Jason Morgan and Sasha Gilmore Corbin, they'll have to move past some conflict. Sasha's $250,000 deal with Sidwell could be a major problem for Jason, but they hopefully won't clash for too long. General Hospital spoilers say the week of April 21 to 25 will bring some exciting scenes, so stay tuned for updates on all the surprises and fierce face-offs. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. General Hospital spoilers reveal that 4 disastrous decisions could blow up. Some wrong moves will inevitably end in major regrets, so let's talk about some bad choices and the Port Charles residents who'll wish they hadn't made them. 1. Sonny's surgery delay brings scary consequences. For starters, Sonny Corinthos has been putting off his heart surgery while he searches for the penthouse explosion culprit. The longer Sonny waits, the more likely it becomes that he'll have a cardiac episode that he can't bounce back from. At some point, Sonny may collapse again under far worse circumstances. Popping a pill or two may not work next time around, so Sonny may face an emergency that leads to him getting rushed to the operating table. Sonny's loved ones may be left to wonder if he's going to make it. On top of concerns about Sonny's condition, he may need to have this ASAP surgery in Port Charles instead of out of town like he planned. Although Sonny should survive his ordeal, his enemies will know he's got serious heart problems and could target his territory as a result. Sonny may end up putting those closest to him in danger as a result. 2. Willow's signature on Drew's legal guardian papers brings backlash. We should also discuss Willow Corinthos' terrible decision to put her signature on those papers, making Drew Kane the legal guardian of her kids if something happens to her. Drew can't be trusted, so Willow really should have taken some time to read what she was signing. It's possible Drew duped Willow and slipped some sinister details into that agreement that she won't see coming. Then again, what Willow seemingly signed is pretty awful on its own. Jack Brennan has been hinting about Drew overreaching and making a blunder that'll work in Carly Spencer's favor. These legal guardian papers could lead to trouble and potentially cost Willow custody, so she may regret trusting Drew in the end. 3. Kay's cutting-edge procedure goes wrong. It's a mistake for Kai Taylor to go against Portia Robinson's advice and ignore the red flags Trina Robinson is seeing. Kay seems to think he knows best, but he may wish he'd listened once this cutting-edge procedure goes wrong. The more Kai makes predictions about being a success story, the less likely it becomes that he'll ever get back on the football field. GA spoilers suggest Kay's surgery may fail, so it could leave him deeply disappointed or even paralyzed, depending on how all this plays out. 4. Alexis' attempt to save Christina ends in catastrophe. Alexis Davis thinks she's protecting Christina Corinthos Davis by paying back Ava Jerome's divorce settlement and making sure she keeps her mouth shut. However, there may come a time when Alexis wishes she'd taken Diane Miller's advice to have Christina committed. Christina needs mental help, so that may become evident once again if she gets updates on the blackmail and makes another attempt on Ava's life. Regardless, the car crash truth has to come out sooner or later, so Christina could end up arrested and facing plenty of prison time if that happens. General Hospital spoilers say dreadful news is brewing for all these Port Charles residents thanks to their bad decisions, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers suggest Sasha is headed for some heartbreak, especially if Michael Corinthos returns back to Port Charles with another agenda in mind. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. Many viewers have noticed that Michael and Sasha have an odd relationship, even though her pregnancy was the result of a one-night stand. However, it seems like Sasha hasn't stopped compromising herself and is bending over backwards to protect Michael because she's about to have his baby. But General Hospital spoilers say that Sasha is going to end up being sidelined for Willow. While there's a chance that Sasha will be chosen first, and not just as a rebound from Willow, the two of them never really had the slow burn romance that Michael and Willow had. Of course, General Hospital fans on the internet certainly did have a lot to say about the matter. Some have even commented with, "I guess this is an unpopular opinion, but I liked Michael and Sasha together. He supported her through the mystery illness, contract negotiations, the Nina lies, and he understood that sacrifice to pretend to be with Chase so he and Willow would get together for the sake of the custody battle." Another critic wrote, "I like Sasha and Michael together. She said it best when she said she and Michael broke up because their lives took them in different directions. Him with Wiley that led him to marrying Willow and her to Brando. But they've always remained friends. I don't think she's still in love with Michael, but cares for him a lot because of how he stood by her during her fallout with Nina when she first came to town." And then there was this comment as well. "I hope Michael comes back with a vengeance. I agree, but knowing these writers, he will still love Willow because for some reason every man and most people on GH have to be a simp for Willow. I do want Michael and Willow back together eventually, but after he gets his revenge and Willow loses everything, and only after she redeems herself." Let us know what you think about all of this in our comments section below. That said, don't forget that General Hospital airs on the ABC network. Check your local listings for times. Also, come back here for all the latest news, spoilers, and updates on your favorite daytime television shows like The Young and the Restless, The Bold, and The Beautiful Days of Our Lives in General Hospital. General Hospital spoilers suggest that there might be some friction between one of the biggest stars on the show and the writing team. Of course, we're talking about actor Maurice Benard. He's made it no secret that he's definitely thinking about retirement, as he wants to spend more time on the other projects that he has going on in his life and his family. However, it seems like the writing team at General Hospital have different plans for his character, Sonny Corinthos. Each time he gets a heart attack, or it looks like things are nearing the end for Sonny, he manages to bounce back in one way or another, but that might not be what Sonny wants in his life right now. After all, he has been on the show for more than 4 decades. The actor could certainly use a break. Yet, at the same time, a lot of people would agree that Port Charles just wouldn't be the same without a legacy character like Sonny Corinthos. He's been controlling the streets for so long, things just would turn into chaos without him. And of course, giving the role of Sonny to another actor is just out of the question. It's either Morris who is going to be Port Charles' ultimate mob boss, or it's going to be no one at all. Then again, Morris could always reduce his hours and play in a part-time storyline if it works out for him and the producers of the show, right? Here's hoping they can figure something out that will benefit everyone, and the fans of the show too. Right now, all of this is just speculation. So far, Maurice Benard himself has not made any comments about the matter, although we will definitely update you with all of the latest details once they come in. Watch this space for more. General Hospital airs weekdays on the ABC network. Check your local listings for times. Tell us, soap spoiler fans, what do you think of all the buzz in this story? Let us know by dropping us a line below. Also, come back here for all the latest news, spoilers, and updates on your favorite daytime television shows like The Young and the Restless, The Bold, and the beautiful Days of Our Lives in General Hospital. General Hospital spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for Wednesday, April 16, 2025. It shows Jen's Sidwell meeting with Tracy Quartermaine. Diane Miller is horrified. Plus, Jordan Ashford explains herself to Anna Devane. Keep reading and let's discuss what's coming up on today's episode. Let's start off with Diane, who gets some horrifying information. In the preview clip, Diane's eyes are wide with shock. The lawyer promises she is going to terminate him immediately. Diane must be talking about Marco Rios. While Diane finds out that Marco is actually Sidwell's son, she will want to get rid of him. Diane even assures Sonny Corinthos of her plan. However, Sonny has a better idea. Chances are that Sonny will want Diane to keep Marco around. Sonny will want to know exactly what he's doing at Diane's office, and what Sidwell might have planned. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer is what Sonny is probably thinking. This could also be connected to Jason Morgan's grilling session. Sonny might have Jason interrogate Marco about why he's really in Port Charles. Marco might insist that he's not a plant, but Jason and Sonny might not be so sure. Over at the Quartermaine mansion, Tracy will be intrigued. It seems Sidwell comes to pay her a visit. While Tracy is intrigued, she needs to be careful with Sidwell. The villain is making way too many connections and very quickly. Sidwell will immediately try to find common ground with Tracy. Even though Sidwell plays it off like he's a good guy, fans know he's really a villain with some big master plans. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Elizabeth Liz Baldwin will continue resting at home now that she's been discharged from the hospital. Of course, Lucky Spencer will keep tending to Liz as she recovers. In a preview clip, Lucky tells her that everything that happens is all part of his master plan. Jordan has a plan and is moving forward with it no matter the risks. Jordan's latest move was to have conflict with the mayor. The plan seems to be working. However, in a preview clip, Jordan tells Anna that looking the other way just doesn't work for me anymore. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on ABC to find out what happens next. A significant narrative twist is set to shake the foundation of General Hospital's Port Charles storyline. Vaughn, a previously enigmatic WSB operative, has been revealed as the biological son of Sonny Corinthos. This revelation not only deepens the complexity of ongoing plotlines, but also positions Vaughn as a pivotal figure in the ongoing battle between personal loyalties and institutional control. Vaughn's entrance into the WSB's covert operations initially portrayed him as an elite and composed trainer assigned to guide Josslyn Jax through her induction. His mentorship focused on espionage fundamentals, surveillance, discretion, and operational discipline, with an unwavering emphasis on trust exclusively within WSB channels. Yet, behind Vaughn's professionalism lay a carefully concealed history. Throughout his involvement, Vaughn provided limited details about his past, consistently deflecting inquiries about his family background. Observers within Port Charles began to draw connections between Vaughn's demeanor and history and that of Sonny Corinthos, a figure deeply entrenched in the city's criminal and familial networks. Speculation around Vaughn's origins intensified based on circumstantial evidence, most notably his age aligning with Sonny's earlier years as a mob enforcer and a perceived physical resemblance. These assumptions gained credibility when WSB agent Gregory Brennan uncovered fragmented but compelling data, a partial genetic match coupled with a testimonial from a woman linked to Sonny's past. Brennan, harboring his own complex relationship with Sonny, leveraged this information strategically. By positioning Vaughn as Josslyn's handler, Brennan orchestrated a scenario ripe for emotional and operational manipulation, aiming to destabilize Sonny's sphere from within while simultaneously exploiting Vaughn's search for identity. Vaughn, having joined the WSB in pursuit of purpose, found his loyalties tested as he grew closer to Josslyn, both as a trainee and as someone he began to respect and potentially care for. This emotional proximity clashed with Brennan's increasingly invasive directives, especially as new assignments targeted Sonny and his associates directly. With Brennan pressing Vaughn to secure incriminating evidence against the Corinthos crime syndicate, the operative now stands at a critical crossroads. Complying would position him as a betrayer of a family he never knew, while defying the WSB would cast him as a traitor within the organization that gave him structure and belonging. Sonny remains unaware of Vaughn's true identity, but the convergence of operational tension, personal history, and emotional entanglement foreshadows a dramatic confrontation. Vaughn's next mission, an operation that may uncover a mole within the Corinthos family, could ignite a chain of events with far-reaching consequences for every character involved. If Vaughn follows through with Brennan's agenda, the stability of Sonny's empire could collapse under internal and external pressure. Conversely, protecting Sonny may cost Vaughn his standing in the WSB and leave him isolated from both surrogate and biological families. Either path threatens to unravel long-standing alliances and reshape the power dynamics of Port Charles. At the heart of this unraveling narrative lies a thematic inquiry. Is family defined by blood, loyalty, or shared adversity? Vaughn, Josslyn, Sonny, and Brennan each represent different facets of this question. As secrets surface and loyalties are tested, General Hospital continues to explore the emotional and psychological dimensions that make its storytelling so enduring. General Hospital spoilers hint that Drew Kane may really be Shiloh Archer. If Shiloh is somehow back in the form of Drew, that would certainly explain everything. GH fans may recall that Shiloh, the twisted cult leader, faced a grim fate back in 2019, but is he really gone for good? What if Shiloh has made a stunning return with Drew's face? It certainly wouldn't be the first time a character used plastic surgery or a realistic mask to look like someone else. At some point, Shiloh may have stepped in as an imposter to take over Drew's life. So characters rise from the grave in all sorts of wild ways, so we certainly wouldn't be surprised if Shiloh made a comeback. If Shiloh is playing the part of Drew, that would explain why he's targeting Willow Corinthos and manipulating her to such an extreme level. Drew has even gone as far as getting Willow to sign paperwork, making him the legal guardian of her children if something happens to her. Perhaps Shiloh has always wanted to get control of Wiley Corinthos, the boy he previously thought to be his son thanks to all the baby swap drama. The truth about Wiley is out now, but Shiloh could still be obsessed with him. Regardless, it seems like Drew just keeps getting creepier and sinking lower. There has to be some sort of an explanation for this awful character transformation. Drew has embraced a political career and wants to present the image of a good guy to the public, but he's a menace to society underneath it all. That makes Drew seem just like cult leader Shiloh. Even Sasha Gilmore Corbin commented on the fact that it was like Willow had fallen into another cult. Instead of Dawn of Day, Sasha suggested Willow had joined Dawn of Drew. Maybe that was another hint about Drew actually being Shiloh if some identity deception is going on. Do you think Shiloh might be the man behind all the Drew chaos that's been happening lately? If Willow gets updates on some shocking imposter news down the road, she'll definitely regret all the trust she's placed in Drew. So could this mean that he's back for good? Maybe. General Hospital star John J. York recently made a huge announcement. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. The actor, who is best known for his role as Max Scorpio, will be doing a live Zoom with his fans. And to make things even sweeter, he will be joined by his General Hospital co-star Tristan Rogers for this very special occasion. The two actors will hold their special Zoom with their fans on Sunday, July 13 with Coastal Entertainment Events. Fans will have to check out their website for more information. Back in February, John did reach out to his fans with a plea. As many of our readers already know, unfortunately, John was hit with a major health blow in late 2022. The actor was diagnosed with 2 blood and bone marrow disorders. He also has multiple smoldering myeloma. He underwent a stem cell transplant in December 2023 and admitted that he has a long road ahead of him. In February, though, he said, "Good morning. Mark your calendars. February 17th is #GVHDDAY, a day to honor and support those living with graft versus host disease. Remember, no one has to face this alone. Resources and hope await at http://gvhdalliance.org. Now, as far as whether or not the actors will return on the canvas remains to be seen. So far, both Tristan and John Haven not made any comments about their futures on the show. However, there's no doubt that fans would absolutely love to see them in future storylines if the writers would just fit them in, right? We'll be keeping our fingers crossed that they make it happen. Then again, General Hospital fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. Watch this space for more. Let us know what you think by leaving us a line with your thoughts in our comment section below. General Hospital airs weekdays on the ABC network. Check your local listings for times. In a bold narrative twist that has General Hospital fans buzzing, longtime favorite Kelly Monaco is rumored to be returning to the iconic soap, but not as the legendary Sam McCall. Instead, insiders suggest Monaco may rejoin the cast in a brand new role, a mysterious woman with deep familial ties to Sam, potentially her long-lost sister. This creative pivot offers the potential to revive Monaco's legacy while propelling the show's storyline into uncharted emotional territory. Sam McCall's death on screen marked a turning point for both the series and its loyal viewers. Her departure left a significant emotional void, as her character had become a cornerstone of Port Charles over the years. Rather than resurrecting Sam, producers appeared to be embracing a more nuanced approach, introducing a previously unknown sibling who may step in to care for Sam's children, Danny Morgan and Scout Kane, while confronting her own connection to Sam's past. This storyline offers a layered exploration of grief, identity, and renewal. If rumors are to be believed, Monaco's new character may arrive not only to preserve Sam's memory, but also to carve out her own place within the General Hospital universe. The plot thickens with reports of Jason Morgan receiving a cryptic phone call from an unknown number. The voice on the line, hauntingly familiar yet distinctly new, suggests the arrival of Sam's sister. For Jason, who continues to wrestle with the grief of Sam's passing, the call reawakens long-buried emotions and presents a potential turning point in his journey toward healing. The implications of this call go beyond nostalgia. They lay the foundation for what could become a complex relationship. Jason, known for his emotional restraint and unwavering loyalty, may find himself drawn to someone who mirrors Sam in ways that are both comforting and unsettling. This rumored storyline is more than a sentimental reintroduction. Behind the scenes, producers appear to be orchestrating a long-form arc that redefines how legacy characters are handled in the wake of their departures. Rather than undoing Sam's death, they're leveraging it as a catalyst for new connections, deepening the show's generational themes of love, loss, and redemption. There's also speculation that this new character could spark romantic tension with Jason, bringing emotional complexity and ethical challenges to the forefront. For viewers, the possibility of Jason falling for someone who reflects Sam's essence, yet stands as her own person, invites compelling questions about identity, memory, and the bounds of devotion. Should Monaco's return play out as anticipated, it promises to strike a delicate balance between honoring the past and evolving the present. The arrival of Sam's sister would not only reshape the lives of key characters like Jason, Danny, and Scout, but also breathe new life into dormant plotlines. Themes of hidden identities, long-buried secrets, and the power of familial bonds are expected to take center stage. Moreover, there's a symbolic resonance in the rumored name of the new character, Scout. The name, already associated with Sam's daughter, evokes imagery of exploration and emotional discovery. If confirmed, it could serve as a powerful narrative device, tying the threads of past and present into a cohesive, emotionally resonant arc. As production ramps up, fans are eagerly awaiting confirmation and further details. Will the mysterious sister bring healing or chaos to Port Charles? Can Jason reconcile his past with this new presence? And will Monaco's return usher in a new golden era for General Hospital? What's clear is this: the rumored storyline surrounding Kelly Monaco's new role has the potential to be one of the most emotionally charged and narratively rich developments in the show's recent history. By fusing legacy with reinvention, General Hospital continues to prove that in Port Charles, the past is never truly gone, it simply evolves. As General Hospital gears up for its April 18, 2025 episode, fans are set for a dramatic roller coaster filled with secrets, confrontations, and emotional upheaval. Here's a summarized breakdown of the key storylines driving this intense installment. What began as a heartfelt birthday celebration for Dante quickly evolves into a high-stakes confrontation. Hosted at Sonny's home and filled with warm family moments, the event is abruptly disrupted by the arrival of a mysterious stranger. His appearance sends shockwaves through the room, unveiling long-buried secrets from Sonny's past that threaten to unravel family trust and loyalty. Even Dante, seasoned as both a son and a police officer, finds himself unsettled by the unfolding tension. What was meant to be a joyous occasion quickly descends into chaos, forcing Dante to navigate the thin line between duty and family. Meanwhile, Felicia urgently warns Carly about Brennan's alleged involvement in criminal activity. Despite Carly's long-standing trust in Brennan, Felicia presents compelling evidence suggesting he may be under police surveillance. The situation places Carly at a moral crossroads: either dismiss Felicia's claims or take action to protect those around her. Though skeptical, Carly ultimately agrees to cooperate with authorities. What follows is a deep dive into Brennan's shadowy dealings, revealing disturbing truths that leave Carly questioning her past loyalties and the safety of her inner circle. Tensions rise between Brooklyn and Chase as unresolved emotions and past decisions come to the surface. Their conversation, sparked by long-standing issues surrounding Brooklyn's decision to give up her child, becomes an emotional minefield. Chase, burdened by his own insecurities about fatherhood, struggles to connect with Brooklyn's emotional journey. The strain reaches a breaking point during Dante's party, where their private conflict explodes publicly, exposing fractures in their relationship that may not be easily repaired. Molly is thrown into emotional distress following her father Rick's critical accident. Cotty stands by her, offering comfort, but remains unaware of the full scope of the tragedy. Unbeknownst to Molly, her own sister Christina is connected to the incident, an unintentional action with potentially devastating consequences. As the truth remains hidden, the emotional stakes climb, setting the stage for a future confrontation that could redefine family ties. Elsewhere, Alexis faces her own crisis when she discovers that Marco, someone new in her life, is the son of Sidwell, a figure from her troubled past. The revelation ignites a wave of suspicion and anxiety as Alexis questions Marco's intentions and whether his presence signals a deeper threat. Her instincts tell her to be wary, but the line between trust and self-preservation is increasingly blurred. This episode of General Hospital promises a high-stakes blend of emotional intensity and dramatic revelations. With relationships tested, hidden truths surfacing, and loyalties challenged, the events of April 18 are set to leave lasting impacts on every character involved. For longtime fans, it's a momentous chapter in an ever-evolving saga. ABC's General Hospital is currently navigating one of the most pivotal transitions in its nearly six-decade history. Two of its most iconic figures, Morris Bernard, who plays Sonny Corinthos, and Ginny Francis, who portrays Laura Spencer, are both reportedly considering stepping away from the show. Their potential departures have not only caused significant concern among the production team, but have also sparked widespread discussion across the fan community. Morris Bernard has portrayed Sonny Corinthos for decades, becoming the psychological and emotional centerpiece of General Hospital. His character, a mafia leader with a deeply human, morally complex identity, has defined much of the show's modern era. However, recent changes in the storyline, perceived inconsistencies in character development, and mounting pressure from creative differences have led Bernard to openly question his future with the series. Sources suggest that Bernard is dissatisfied with the direction his character has taken. Creative decisions, particularly the sudden tonal shifts in Sonny's behavior, have clashed with the actor's understanding of the role. This disconnect has led to internal tension between Bernard and the writing team, with concerns that the show is straying from its core values. His potential departure could cause a cascade of narrative disruptions, especially within the Corinthos family arc and broader mafia-related storylines. In response, the producers have taken strategic measures to retain Bernard. Efforts include restructuring the script to offer deeper psychological complexity, integrating high-stakes narratives, and giving the actor greater creative input. These adjustments aim to revitalize the role and reaffirm Bernard's significance to the series. Still, negotiations remain ongoing, and the show's creative future is hanging in the balance. The uncertainty surrounding Bernard's status has resonated deeply with the audience. Longtime fans have voiced their frustration on social platforms, expressing concern that Sonny is losing the layered complexity that once made him so compelling. Their outpouring of support for Bernard has intensified pressure on the writers to restore the integrity of his character and maintain continuity within the show. Simultaneously, actress Ginny Francis is contemplating retirement, marking another major turning point. As Laura Spencer, Francis has been a symbol of resilience and emotional gravity in General Hospital for decades. Her decision reflects a desire to step away from the intense demands of acting and prioritize her personal life. Frances' exit would not only close a chapter in the show's rich history, but also require a careful narrative handover. The showrunners have already introduced a transitional arc in which Laura steps down as mayor of Port Charles. Her replacement, Jordan, a younger, reform-driven character, ushers in a new political era, blending generational change with evolving leadership dynamics. The dual exits of Bernard and Frances present substantial creative and operational challenges. Replacing two foundational characters demands delicate storytelling, continuity management, and the introduction of compelling new figures who can carry the show's legacy forward. Writers are working to strengthen secondary characters and explore emerging plotlines that reflect both traditional values and modern conflicts. At the same time, these changes offer a rare opportunity to reinvent General Hospital. By emphasizing fresh character development, deepening ensemble roles, and addressing contemporary themes, the production team could potentially expand the show's appeal to younger demographics and digital audiences. General Hospital stands at a crossroads defined by both uncertainty and potential. Maurice Benard and Jeannie Francis have each shaped the show's cultural and emotional identity. Whether they choose to stay or leave, their influence will resonate through every aspect of the show's future. In Port Charles, 4 life-altering decisions have led to irreversible consequences, reshaping destinies, and testing the strength of even the most resilient characters on General Hospital. These pivotal moments, rooted in pride, fear, love, and ambition, mark a turning point in the show's narrative, highlighting how a single choice can unravel lives. Sonny's refusal to prioritize his health over his empire nearly proved fatal. Despite urgent medical advice, he delayed critical heart surgery, believing his vigilance and determination could outweigh physical vulnerability. But as symptoms escalated, a sudden collapse forced emergency intervention, leaving his inner circle fearing the worst. His weakened condition sent shockwaves through Port Charles. Former enemies sensed opportunity, and the criminal power structure Sonny once ruled with an iron will begin to destabilize. Whether Sonny survives or not, the balance of power has shifted, and loyalty within his organization is now in question. Alexis, a seasoned attorney known for her rationality, made a personal decision that compromised her professional integrity. In an attempt to shield her daughter Christina from scandal, she returned a divorce settlement to Ava Jerome, hoping to suppress the truth surrounding a car accident. Instead, her action emboldened Ava, who used the leverage to trigger a formal investigation. Christina, already emotionally fragile, spiraled under the pressure. When arrested for attempted intimidation, Alexis could only watch as her efforts to protect her daughter collapsed. In trying to shield her from legal fallout, she overlooked deeper psychological warning signs, ultimately leading to a public and personal crisis. Kai, a promising athlete, faced the end of his football career after a severe injury. Desperate for a comeback, he opted for an experimental surgery despite warnings from Dr. Portia Robinson. Ignoring medical advice and concerns from his partner, Trina, he pushed ahead, confident that science would restore his future. The result was catastrophic. Complications during the procedure left him partially paralyzed, extinguishing any hope of returning to professional sports. Once defined by ambition and physical prowess, Kay's story became a somber reflection on the dangers of unchecked drive and the importance of listening to those who care. These intertwined storylines illustrate a central theme. Decisions made in isolation, no matter how well-intentioned, can create widespread consequences. Whether it's a mob leader facing mortality, a mother blinded by love, or an athlete gambling on his own body, each character's journey underscores the cost of pride and the fragility of control. In the latest developments from General Hospital, an intense custody battle is unfolding in Port Charles, centered around Carly's pursuit of guardianship over Y and Amelia. What began as a quiet investigation has now escalated into a full-blown legal and familial crisis, with deep divisions forming among the prominent Corinthos and Quartermain families. Carly's decision to seek custody was not reactionary. Over time, she accumulated substantial evidence indicating that Drew and Willow may be creating an unstable and potentially unsafe environment for the children. Reports cite frequent arguments, questionable parenting choices, and concerns about Drew's alleged manipulation of Willow in personal and business matters. Carly, backed by attorney Diane Miller, has introduced audio evidence, eyewitness accounts, and expert assessments to build her case. Unexpectedly, Carly has garnered the support of traditionally opposing figures, including Monica Quartermain and Alexis Davis. Olivia Quartermain also shifted her stance after witnessing troubling behavior from Drew during a family dinner. Monica's backing, in particular, marks a significant shift. She has gone so far as to initiate medical evaluations and private investigations, raising the possibility that Drew's erratic behavior may stem from unresolved psychological or neurological trauma. Jason Morgan has also taken an active role, leveraging his investigative resources to uncover evidence suggesting Drew may be preparing to flee with Willow and the children. Allegations include hidden offshore accounts, property rentals under aliases, and potential links to underground identity providers. Jason's confrontation with Drew, coupled with public support for Carly, has further isolated Drew within his own family and company. The psychological toll on the children, especially Y, is becoming increasingly apparent. Educators and psychologists have raised red flags about signs of anxiety, emotional withdrawal, and physical symptoms of stress. Amelia, while younger, has exhibited behavioral shifts that medical professionals have attributed to environmental instability. Meanwhile, Drew has pivoted strategies, launching a public image campaign. He's appeared in media with Willow and the children, established a foundation, and announced Willow's pregnancy, moves that have swayed public sentiment in his favor ahead of the custody hearing. The legal complexity deepens with his petition to adopt Y and Amelia, and questions are being raised about how courts can reconcile removing parental rights from a pregnant mother. Despite this strategic counteroffensive, Willow appears increasingly conflicted. Her isolation from friends and family, at Drew's urging, coupled with growing concerns over his controlling behavior, have left her emotionally vulnerable. Behind the scenes, even Willow is beginning to question the path she's on. As the courtroom showdown approaches, the central issue is no longer just legal custody. The case now raises deeper concerns about mental health, emotional safety, and the impact of prolonged familial conflict on children. The outcome will not only determine guardianship, but also test the moral and psychological resilience of everyone involved, especially the youngest ones caught in the crossfire.